Hey everyone, it's Kirk McLean here, and you're watching Clay's Canucks Commentary.
Hey Canucks fans, and welcome to Clay's Canucks Commentary Live, presented to you by Van City Experts Real Estate. I'm your host, Clay Emo Canuck Clay, and this is my Canucks take, all in one take for Thursday night, July the 24th. If you're new, here's what you should do. Hit the subscribe button now for daily Canucks insight that's positive, timely, and trustworthy. Thanks everyone for being here. I hope you've been having a really, really good week. I had a great day at work, a lighter day at work, then went golfing with my two boys and my son Sean's fiance Cheska's dad, if that makes sense. I got a couple funny stories for you from the golfing, and then we'll get into today's topic of are the Canucks a playoff team as they stand right now. So make sure you vote in the poll question I say, as they are currently constructed. Are they a playoff team? Yes, they'll make it for sure. Yes, they'll sneak in. No, they'll just miss. Or no, they are nowhere close. So make sure you vote, and that will help inform our discussion in a few minutes. Moderators, do what you need to do to keep this a safe and respectful place. Members, that's legends, Hall of Fame and franchise members, thank you for your support. And to everyone else, no matter where you're watching from, whether my beautiful neighborhood of Steveston, Richmond, in the city, Lower Mainland province, country, continent, around the world, thank you for being here. You know that I know that you could be doing anything else, watching anyone else, getting ready for work, school, or bed, or all three. But the fact that you're here with me, know how much I always appreciate you and how much I never, ever take you for granted. Or as many of you will recognize, never, ever take you for granted. So this is how you can get involved tonight. You can subscribe to the channel, get active in the chat section, get notified of my videos. You can like the video. You like the fact that we are together, like the fact that the weather's been beautiful, and like the fact that I had my best golf round of my life today, which isn't saying much, but I'll get to that in a second. And like the fact that we are continuing to build a very positive and a strong community here of Canucks fans and overall good, generous people. You can leave a donation like Swervin Irvin has done, like Lucas Gates has done. You can gift a membership like Swervin Irvin has done. You can buy your own membership, upgrade your own membership, use your monthly membership message. And if you're listening on a podcast platform, make sure you rate and review. So I'm looking at the leaderboard already, and Swervin Irvin is winning with 800 experience points, just ahead of Fangirl and Elfrin, tied with 750 experience points. So thank you. And I think that has to do with the fact that Swervin Irvin made a couple donations, at least one donation before the show even started. So Swervin Irvin, I can't highlight them on the screen because, whoops, I forgot to put your comments up. I can't highlight it on the screen because you did it before the show started, back when I posted the link. So the first one is a $5 donation from Swervin Irvin. So let's give him the window. So $5 donation from Swervin Irvin. It says, rest in peace, Hulkster. Yes, Hulk Hogan, legendary wrestler, passed away, cardiac arrest. He was 71 years old. Did a lot for the wrestling community. A bit more of a kind of tainted recent memory because of some racist remarks he made. Kicked out of the WWE Hall of Fame, but still can't deny what he did for wrestling. So thank you, Swervin Irvin, for that $5 donation. Then Swervin Irvin goes on to gift a membership. Because he did so before the stream started, it didn't show me who the gift membership went to. But then I went into my back end. That didn't sound right. I went into my YouTube back end. That sounds a bit better. And I was able to ascertain that Bruce was the recipient of the gift membership. So welcome back to franchise membership, Bruce. And thank you, Swervin Irvin, for the membership gift as well. And then we had legendary Lucas Gates, who gives a $10 donation. Hard. So Lucas with the donation. Thank you, Lucas. You're going to want to strap in because 3 times is a charm. Go support my friends at the Express, Coquitlam Express. The new 3rd jersey debuted yesterday, designed by yours truly. Awesome. Like, sub, become a member, and more. So, Legendary Lucas Gates had done previously 2 designs for the Coquitlam Express, BC Junior Hockey League team, and they announced yesterday they showed their new 3rd jersey, and that was also designed by Lucas. So congratulations, Lucas. Glad that you're using your abundant talent and you're sharing it with the world. And thank you very much for the $10 donation. Very grateful to you. Okay, I think that's it for now for the donations and such. Thank you for getting us going. Really, really, really appreciate that for sure. So want to talk quickly about my golf game. I mentioned with my bad dad joke last Tuesday on my last show that I would be going golfing today. So I went with Sean, went with Jacob, and went with Peter, who is Francesca's father. We had a good time. Went to Green Acres in Richmond, and I'm not a good golfer. I enjoy it. I play quickly, which is surprising given how many strokes I take, how many shots I take. But I shot a 101 today. You might say, well, Clay, that's still 30 over par. Yes, it is. But I've never broken 106 in my life. So I shot a 101 today. Sean was outstanding. He shot an 87. Peter shot a 94 and Jacob shot a 108. It was Jacob's first round of the year. He's usually a better golfer than me, but I was able to beat him today. But one funny story. So it's the 17th hole and it's a par 3 and I do a pretty good tee shot and we all thought it was on the green. So then I looked over to Peter, Francesca's dad, and I said, if I do not par this hole, a par 3, I will pay for the entire wedding, as opposed to, us paying half and them paying half. So he chuckled about it. We're friends and we can laugh, joke about those kind of things. So I'm feeling pretty confident. I'm not sure if I meant it, but I'll get to that in a second. So then we walk up to the green after everyone's take their tee shot and we realized that my ball went past the green, over the green, and then it was on the fringe on the other side. So it left me, instead of a 2-putt for a par, now I had to chip on up and down, right? For the par. So I did a decent chip. It wasn't great. It left me with a 7-foot foot putt to make a par. And then just as I was about to line it up, and not in the middle of my swing, Peter wouldn't do that, but just as I was getting ready, he goes, don't forget the bet we made. And I said, ha, ha, ha. And then I calm, nice, easy stroke, and I was able to sink the par putt. My only par of the day. That's what happens when you shoot 101. You don't have a lot of pars and certainly don't have any birdies. So I was able to par the 17th hole at Green Acres. I was able to save X amount of money. I don't think it was binding, but still it was kind of fun. It was a bit of a motivator. So the only par I sunk was because I was on the hook for thousands of dollars, tens of thousands of dollars, paying for the entire wedding next August. So yeah, we had a great time in the sun, and always enjoy spending time with the boys. And it was great to have those 4 hours with Sean's future father-in-law. So really, really good time. Thank you for letting me share. Tyler comes in with a donation. Thank you, Tyler.
3, 2, 1.
Tyler says, I don't golf. I happy Gilmore. Well, that if you're taking slap shots off the tee box, that is pretty cool. So thank you for the $3 donation, Tyler. Appreciate you. And Adrian comes in and says, "Clutch Clay, indeed." Adrian, I saw that you. Okay, one last story, you guys, and then we'll get to some hockey talk. I promise. So remember Tuesday night, I was like, okay, this is cool. All my streams now can be an hour. I don't have to leave at 11:40 because I move my prayer hour to 1 a.m., not midnight. And it also helps me avoid this one lady who sits behind me and annoys me. And she used to come during my 12 o'clock hour and she would pick her nails and pray like this. And then I'd get really distracted. And then even though I should be the bigger person and just focus on God myself and not get distracted by other people praying, and I shouldn't judge, all these things, right? And then the joke was on me because last week and when I went at 1 a.m., she was there still because she got there earlier. So of course, Tuesday night I go and I get in at 1 a.m. and she's there already. I'm like, oh, serves me right for talking about her on my stream. So then I'm praying, everything's fine. And then, and she's still picking her nails. She's still praying like, and then at about 1:15, 15 minutes into the hour, she says to me, good night. And I said, oh, good night. And then she looks at me and goes, "You're Clay, right?" I said, "Yes, I am." She goes, "I see your son in here all the time." And that means, because I know Jacob, as Sean does too, but Jacob goes to the chapel quite a bit as well. And then she goes, I see your son in here all the time. He's such a good kid. All three of your kids are so good. My husband talks about you guys all the time. You're just a wonderful family. You guys, I felt so guilty. Of course, she didn't know that I'd be making fun of her even publicly. She didn't know that I was having all these bad thoughts about her, blaming her for distracting me. I felt so bad, you guys, that she was complimenting me. And then she even said that she doesn't have a set hour. I said, "Oh, because you," like I even said, "you seem to come often, like, late at night." She goes, "Yeah, I spend as much time in here as I can." So, you guys, I felt like the biggest jerk. Here I was judging her, trying to get away from her, making fun of her. And she complimented me, my family, endlessly. And then she says that she spends as much time as she can in the chapel. Oh my, what a humbling moment, you guys. So, I'm not gonna be thrilled every time I see her if she's there at 1 a.m. when I show up, but it certainly taught me to be a little bit less judgy. So I told Adrian that story. Adrian, I hope I did that story justice when I texted you. But in all to say, don't be quick to judge. And I felt bad. I'm not going to tell her what I've been saying about her, but thank you for letting me share that. Hey, Michael, you're in Melbourne. I hope you have a great time. Aye, mate. Is that right? Is that right? Clay, what happened to your Instagram? Why, what happened, Jastrin? I'm still there. And I'm looking at it right now. It's still alive. And I didn't block you, so you should be able to see it. I'm still here. Yep. Yeah, I'm still here. I just said that 8 times. And then Shannon, I hope you're okay. I've been following some of your posts on Facebook. I'm glad you're feeling a little bit better today. Clay, you got some humble pie. I do not mind being humbled, Lyndon. It happens way more often than it should, I guess. And I guess that's a good thing. Yeah, I don't think she watches the stream. I'm not sure if she knows that I'm a Canucks YouTuber and that I stream at 11 o'clock every night. All right, before we get to the Canucks, one other big hockey news. The 5 players accused in this sexual assault trial, the 5 players from the 2018 Canadian Junior National Hockey Team, they're all acquitted of their charges. So I don't know if it's proper to say they're innocent, but they weren't guilty, if that makes sense. I'm not going to say too much here because anything I could say might get misconstrued as I'm leaning one way or the other. Just an unfortunate situation overall, and we will see what happens. We'll see if there's any civil suits. We'll see if there's any countersuits. We'll see, it led to a total reform of Hockey Canada, so maybe that's a good thing. But this is from an incident that happened in June 2018. So this is 7 years later. It hasn't been in the news for 7 years, but it has been a predominant piece of news in the sporting world for the past few years, for sure. I guess the one question that's relevant to us as hockey commentators and you as hockey fans is, will any of these 5 players play in the NHL again? Well, I know a couple people are talking about that already. As of now, they are still suspended from the NHL. Not that can't change. So we'll see what happens. You guys know I've always said that sports is a very forgiving place, but of course it depends on the transgressions that were committed. So let's just track the story as it goes, but going to be, everything from reputation to, judgment to personal beliefs. There's no benefit to me really talking about it here. It's just going to upset someone some way, somehow. So as of now, they're all indeed still suspended by the NHL. All right. You guys can comment on it, but I'm not going to highlight any of them. Tonight, let's talk about this. Are the Canucks, as currently constructed, a playoff team? Now, I took the liberty of looking this up. The Canucks record season by season, and my friends, it's not pretty. We know this, but I've always said that they are not as good as the team from 2 seasons ago where they went 50, 23, and 9 for 109 points, which is very, very impressive. 109. But I've also said that there's no way they're as bad as last year. 38 wins only as opposed to 50. So a decrease in 12 wins, 14 overtime losses, and only 90 points, and coming 10th in the Western Conference. Before I get to this, I want to highlight Justin's monthly membership message. We are now 3/5 of our way to the high five. So Justin Credible with a very, very creative message, tying in some Backstreet Boys hits. Everybody, let's hope that the Canucks make the playoffs because you and I want it that way. Go make the call to get a 2C. If they miss badly, though, they'll have a chance to get the one in Gavin. Very good. Very, very good, Gavin McKenna. Obviously, great effort, Justin, of putting 4 Backstreet Boys songs into that message. And thank you for being a loyal member for 53 months, basically as long as I've been offering membership. So let's give some love to Justin in the chat as he lives vicariously through me at the Sphere. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I put together a video. You guys might have seen it. Yeah, I don't know how many of you watch it because it doesn't have a lot of views, but that's okay. That's okay. People aren't used to me posting concert footage as my feed, my content. But I did put a 15 minute video up of the Backstreet Boys footage. And this is cool. Could potentially be working at Rogers Arena soon. Have an interview on Saturday. Nice. And thanks for watching. Fangirl, the video. Let's get back to this. Before I talk about this season, when you look at this, it just shows how bad we've been, right? 83 points, 22nd in the league. 92 points, 18th in the league. 50 points in a 56-game season, 24th in the league, and we came in last in the North Division. This is the year we actually made the playoffs. We actually had 70 points in 69 games, which is pretty good. Then 81, 73, 69, 75, 101. So we know this. The time before the bubble playoffs, we made the playoffs. The last time was 2014, 2015. So you just have to look at it. Look, back when we were winning President's Trophies first, then in the league, 8th, 25th, 8th. And then 28th, 29th, 26th. That's horrible. 23rd, 17th, 24th, 18th, 20th. We were not even in the top half of the league, not making playoffs for so long. And then we make the playoffs 2 seasons ago. That year, we had so many. Remember, we had 6 All-Stars, and then including Lindholm, who just got traded to us. So we had Brock, Petey, Hughes, Demko, Miller, and Elias Lindholm, which is pretty crazy. No one got hurt. Demko was amazing. Miller was amazing. Petey was great. Hughes was amazing, winning the Norris. So many things went well that season. Then so many things did not go well last season. Mostly injuries to key players. Every single key player was out for a substantial amount of time. And of course, the drama in the locker room between Miller and Pettersson. So once again, the Canucks are not the 109-point team from 2 seasons ago, but I don't think they're the 90-point team we saw last season. I've always said they're somewhere in the middle. True middle is 99.5, but I'm going to say the Canucks are. I've said it. I planted my flag in the ground. 97 points, I'm saying, for the Canucks. That gets them either third in the Pacific or one of the 2 wildcard spots. 97 points, that's 15 games over 500. So I think the Canucks are going to go 42, 27, and 13. 42 wins, 27 losses, and 13 overtime losses. That gets you your 97 points. I'm looking. I do not see the Canucks getting 97 points ever. That particular number. And I don't see them getting 42 wins ever. 40, 42. No, I don't see a 42. Oh, 40, so the last 42 win season was 2005, 2006. Why do I think that they will indeed make the playoffs, even if it's just by the skin of their teeth? I think they have one of the best goaltending tandems, if not the best goaltending tandem in the league, if both guys are healthy. I think a full season of Marcus Pettersson and D. Pettersson. So you have your top 4 of Hughes, Hronik, Pettersson, and Myers, and then some combination of DPD, Forbert, Joseph, Mancini, Bovenlander, any of those guys. That's a lot better than how we started the season last year with CCC, with Desharnais, with Juleson. So I think our D is better. And I'm going to dare say that our forwards, everyone is worried about our scoring touch. And yes, we have a lot of streaky players in PD, Garland, DeBrusque, Besser, even Kane. And if we don't get a good PD back, if Kane's ineffective, yeah, things could go south pretty quickly. But I'm not willing to sit here and say the Canucks are going to struggle to score goals, because it might not be the case. It might. One is if Besser continues his good play. One is if Pettersson has a resurgent year. One is if Evander Kane plays lights out. So who knows for sure? But I think with a good with a strong goaltending tandem, with a better decor from the start of the year, and then with forwards that could surprise, I'm saying the Canucks are definitely going to be better than last season, but not as good as they were 2 seasons ago. Then, of course, there's the big Adam Foote question. How will he do? Are we worried that the team's going to be too defensive because he was a defenseman and because he ran the blue line last couple seasons? But isn't it good that he ran the blue line, because that's the most improved part of our team? So, okay. Then you say, well, he's a defenseman, Clay. I'm worried about the offensive part of our game and the power play. Well, that's why you hire a guy named a guy like Scott Young, who was a prolific scorer in the NHL, or a good scorer, and who he's probably going to be the one running the offense and the power play with some of Adam Foote's input as well. And then I guess the one other wild card you say is, well, is this roster actually complete? I know that we still have a bit of cap money. I know there's still rumors that we could either trade someone or start the season with only 22 players, not 23 on the roster. And I know there's a lot of every day that Jack Roslovic is available and every day that we haven't signed him, I think that increases the chances. The fact that no other team has signed him, and he seems like he's just waiting to be picked up by the Vancouver Canucks. Is he the savior? No. Is he better than Hito? Probably. Or maybe not. I don't know. But at least he gives you a solid middle six center, right-handed center, who is responsible defensively. Yeah, when you talk like that, it sounds like a no-brainer, right? I'm sure there are other teams. And then that's not to mention RFAs, guys like Mason McTavish, who there'll be many, many suitors lining up for them. So that's, I do think goaltending and defense will be strengths of our team. I think that the offense could surprise. I think Adam Foote is going to be a good coach. And overall, I don't think that this roster is done just yet. So I'm going to end the poll. Then I'll do my mid-show sponsor read, and I'll get to all of you. So 52% of you are saying they sneak in, and 21% are saying without a doubt. So 73% of you are saying that they will make the playoffs. Only 20% of you saying they'll miss, and 5% of you only are saying they aren't even close. So we'll use that as the backdrop for the second half of the show. Skytrain Alfred comes through with a big donation. Let's give Skytrain Alfred some love in the chat. Canucks now have to consistently make the playoffs. Can't continue to hit and then miss the season following, especially the Canucks want to win the cup now. Yeah, great point. We want to see more consistency for sure. Let's give some love to Skytrain Alfred. All right, time for my mid-show sponsor read, and then we will get to all of you. And my mid-show sponsor read always starts off by thanking my primary sponsor, Jason Lim of Van City Experts. Thank you to my channel sponsor, Jason Lim of Van City Experts Real Estate. At Van City Experts, their experience, knowledge, and expertise can serve you well in navigating through the real estate market and will help you to choose the best home or condo in the greater Vancouver area that best suits your and your family's needs. Thank you to my secondary sponsor, Coach Patrick Liu, Weight Loss Coach. You can sign up for a free 5-day workout at coachpatrickliu.com/clay, as you see flashing across the bottom of the screen. Thank you to Gassy Jack Art, creator of this wonderful artwork you see behind me. You can check him out at gassyjackart.com, and he's got a 2-for-1 sale happening right now. Also, thank you to Vessi Footwear. Use the link tinyurl.com/VessiClay and receive a free pair of socks off your next purchase of Vessi shoes. Thanks to everyone who's purchased Canuck Clay merch. You can do so at canuckclay.threadless.com. Reminders of how you can get involved tonight. You can subscribe to the channel. You can like the video. You can leave a donation, gift a membership, buy your own membership, upgrade your membership, use your monthly membership message. And if you're listening on a podcast platform, make sure you rate and review. Shows this week. Well, this is actually the end of this week, the way I count weeks, Sunday to Monday. So what am I talking about? Sunday to Saturday. So this is my last show of the week. You guys know I don't stream on weekends, on Friday night, Saturday night. So our next gatherings, we have a members group Zoom call for Legends and Hall of Fames. That will be this Sunday at 8:30. And then we'll have my regular CCC live stream on Sunday night. I can already tell you next week is going to be Sunday, Tuesday, regular streams, and then Thursday will be a member stream. If Thursday is the 31st, yes it is. So Thursday will be a members stream. Finally, atop the fictional leaderboard right now, it is Skytrain Alfred. Skytrain Alfred now is atop the leaderboard with 1,150 points. Good job, Alfred. I think that has a lot to do with that $10 donation. Swervin Irvin in second with 800, and then Fangirl in third with 750 points. Okay. I'm not going to be talking about the case. You guys can, but I will not. I might join the Zoom while I'm on the bench, only if it makes sense. Only if it makes sense. Yeah, you guys, I'm not going to talk about the case today. Hey, it's Doodle Hockey. Let's give Doodle Hockey some love in the chat. Still surprised I didn't break my leg there. Every day Jack Roslovic is not signed is another video. Let's give some love to Doodle Hockey. His channel is growing. Make sure you support him and his efforts. Canucks news you might have missed. That's what he calls his daily wrap-up show. So thanks, Doodle Hockey, for being here. Thank you for the donation. And yes, we can always make content on guys that aren't here just yet. All right. Let's see what else we got here. All right, let's go. What do you guys think? Are the Canucks going to make the playoffs as they are constructed right now? Why or why not? 75% of you are saying yes, but I'd like to hear your reasons why for sure. So is the choice Rossi or Roslovic? Who would you pick if the Canucks want to keep Rossing in the free world? Very good. Completely different situations. Rossi's going to cost a lot more, and he's an RFA, so we got to trade for him. Roslovic is cheaper and is a UFA. I would, Rossi, if you trade, you might have to give up a lot for him, and I think Roslovic gives you a bit more flexibility in that you only have to sign for 1 or 2 years, and then you can move on. So we will see. Edmund, if he signs, I know he'll want 3 or 4. I don't know if the Canucks might go more than 2. Maybe if he wants 4, we want 2. Maybe 3 is the middle ground. Tyler doesn't think we'll sign him for 3 years, though. I think they're going to make the playoffs, says Carol, because I feel everyone's going to be healthier and less stressed. I agree with that, Carol, and I hope you're right. I think they're a playoff team in that everything has to go right tier, so much similar to 2 seasons ago. Tyler says we can get in the playoffs, but only if we're healthy. Pastor Dan, trying to get me in trouble. What's more likely to happen? The Canucks make the playoffs or Clay and Gail get on the kiss cam? Well, as long as Gail is with me, I'm not with someone else, even if it's a friend from church or a coworker. I'm not going to get caught in that game. That's for sure. So what's more likely to happen? Gail hates the kiss cam. She doesn't mind displays of affection, but not in front of 18,000 people. So let's go with what's more likely to happen. Canucks will make the playoffs. That was a great question, Pastor Dan. That was good. Alfred, with the latest rumblings, between the Canucks and Jack Roslovic. How convinced are you that Canucks will sign him? I'm not convinced, but I think it will happen. But I'm not convinced of it, though. If you think they'll sign him, what will be his contract? I think it'll be 2 or 3 years. Let's say 2 years at 3.5, 3.75, something like that. It doesn't have to be a perfect fit to the cap number we have because there's still some ways to make space, for sure. Thoughts on Zaka? It's been a few years the Canucks were interested, and he's done well in Bruins. I think it'll be a good fit. Bluger, Hogs, Lecky, and a pick. Yeah, I know you asked about this, Gerald, too. Not about Zaka, about someone else. Would I do Bluger or Hogs, Lecky, and a pick? And now that I think about it, I might, because it's going to take whether it's McTavish or Zaka, someone like that, it's going to take 2 or 3 assets, including a couple of roster players like Haramaki. As long as it's not DPD or Verlander, I'll be okay with it. So, yeah, I like Zaka. I said yes to playoffs, but a lot has to go right. No more major injuries and no more off ice drama. Yeah, that's totally fair. Canucks should be in the mix. Too talented to fizz out from drama and injury like last year. If anything, that can be a lesson on how to rise above those types of adversity. Great point, Irwin. I love, I think you put that very well. Goaltending and defense is absolutely solid. Wings are decent, but center ice is absolutely abysmal. Considering how Pettersson played last season, they won't make it, but we'll get out fast. Okay, but you're saying that there is a chance. The Canucks are talking about extending Sherwood. Not surprised. Many people underestimate us. People make the prediction to put us last. We are better than people think. I sure hope so. Walking my dog and watching the stream. Thank you, Gary. Thank you for multitasking. Imagine if my wife and I get on the Kiss Cam game if we go to the Canucks Flyers game. Well, why just that game? Oh, because she's a Flyers fan. I get it. Yeah, I don't want you guys fighting on the big screen. I'm on team if everything goes right, the Canucks will make the playoffs. That's fair. Actually, fascinating. I think the longer this takes, the less chance to Vancouver actually gets Jack. I feel like he's waiting for a bigger contract. That's fair. But a lot of the money dried up on July 1st, right, Jake? But I hear what you're saying. Yeah, there we go. Your wife is a Flyers fan. I think the Canucks will make the playoffs if everyone can stay healthy. We need Demko to be strong. Yes, and EV40 to produce like he did when we got him. Yep, that's fair. That is fair. Hey, Clay, the remaining NHL free agents that are out there, do you think Vancouver has a shot, in your opinion, at them? Yeah, the Canucks have a shot just like every other team. There aren't a lot of good ones out there left, but Jack Roslovic is one that seems to fit the profile of a player that the Canucks have been interested in for a while. Who needs to have the best bounce back year for the Canucks to make the playoffs? Elias Pettersson. Case closed. Okay, friends, I'm going to ask that we stop the chat on the... I'm not going to bring it up, but I see enough of it going on. Well, no, this is weird. Not weird. On one hand, I don't want to censor you guys. You guys should be able to talk about anything, but if it's kind of going in circles, so I do read them, even though I don't read them aloud. So I think the argument's kind of going in circles. So I would respectfully ask that you guys rein in the discussion on the case finalization today. All right, thank you. I see the Canucks, should they qualify for the 2026 postseason, doing so as a wild card team, given their previous. Yep, that is fair. That's totally fair, David. Nice to see you. Oh, actually, I didn't even see this, but I agree with Irvin. Your wife doesn't pay enough attention like I do. That's fair. Hey, man, Preet, don't sleep on the Canucks. Hey, I'm with you. The only way we make the playoffs if we know what happens with our what ifs. Demko, healthy Hito, healthy Demko, bounce back for Petey, who will be a 2C. Can any Abby Canuck? I know that there's a lot there, Skytrain Alfred, but yeah, we might not get all the answers that we want all the time. Zaka or McTavish? I think McTavish fits in 18, but it'll be expensive, close to $7 million. Yeah, I think if you're looking for future, if we somehow get Mason McTavish, that locks up our 2C for years. Imagine if they're all going. I know they're small, but McTavish though, I like the way he plays. Pedersen, McTavish, Coots, 1, 2, 3. That's pretty cool. Oh, Pete DeBoer in the house. Only way the Canucks make the playoffs if they fire Foot and hire me. We will see. We will see. DeBoer is definitely in the building. Can you have Lego rocks on my stream one day this August? Yep, open to that. I've made numerous invitations to him to be on the show. He's done so once, so we could do that again. Third in division if health is on our side. That's fair. I prefer Hito more than Rostovic. Hito has wheels and scores. Just worried about career ending concussion. Rostovic defensive liability. Okay. Gerald agrees with Alfred. Everyone needs to work out. Everything needs to work out perfectly. I wonder if fans aren't giving Hito a fair chance. He can probably be amazing if he gets healthy. Edmund, we can, yes, that's fair, but we can only go with what we've seen, and we haven't seen a lot of health, right? And so we can agree on that point for sure. But yeah, if Hito's awesome, that just makes that so much better for the Canucks. Canucks needs to start drinking the Blue Jays Kool-Aid. Yeah, for sure. What would it be funny if Clay and someone from the stream got on the kiss cam? I don't know if funny is the word I would use. Yeah, Gio's good. Clay, would you ever run a fantasy pool for CCC if you haven't done so already? No, I wouldn't, Adrian, just because I'm already involved in enough pools already. I have enough going on in terms of content creation and doing my own stuff during the season. But I do run that confidence pool every playoffs, and that's what I'll limit my pool activity in terms of the CCC with, is that confidence pool in the playoffs. PD will have to be the Swedish Barkov if we make the playoffs. Yes, indeed. Let's see. I'm looking for Peter. Sorry, guys, I'm just looking at something real quick. What else we got? I'm keeping my expectations cautiously optimistic. Cautious optimism is fine. What's the earliest you can see players return to Vancouver for the season? I think some guys are back now, but not formally. I don't think they have to formally be back until end of August, but I think you can start to see guys coming back through August for sure. Hey, SGA. Would love to see Vander Kane show the Oilers they made a mistake. Yeah, I would love to. I don't care about showing the Oilers they made a mistake. Rather, I just want it to be good for us. Late August, early September for the Canucks playing. I'm missing hockey, but I love the summer weather. Yes. Forbert did score a goal in the Beauty League. Is that only for the good-looking players? Yeah, Forbert's good-looking. I know Besser's done well there. Clay, are you going to pick up your maroon seats this Sunday? How many did you get in? Going to put it in the office behind you? Is that? I didn't get a message about that. Is that the day? Is Sunday the pickup day for the seats? How come they haven't told me that? Gerald, let me know. Did you get a message or did you hear from someone? Because yeah, I have not seen it yet, and I have purchased 2 pairs. Because remember, I got to give a pair away. Yeah, Gerald, please check your email. I'm looking at it right now. I've gotten a couple of messages from the Canucks recently, but nothing about my seats. Maybe I'll get it tomorrow, I hope. When did you get an email? Actually, Sarah, I'll go in order. When did you get the email, Gerald? And if not, I will follow up on mine tomorrow. I'm glad. I was wondering what was happening to it, for sure. As someone who has coached Evander, just know you guys got a solid. Okay, thank you, Coach. Thank you, Coach. One of your best friends is a friend of Utah. Good, good, good. Brock was in the beauty league until Toggett told him to stop because he's picking up bad habits. Oh, I didn't know that part. Sarah, I bought 2 pairs. Well, I bought 1 pair for a buddy. And then the other pair I bought to give away on the stream. But not before I sit in it for one of the streams for sure. Yo, what's up, me? Okay, awesome. Mason McTavish should go with what we have. Maybe in your junk mail. That's true. I will check that too. Oh yeah, I got a chair, but I'm giving it away, Taylor. Or maybe I keep one. I give one away. But then I don't know if someone would want just one chair. Yeah, thanks, Gerald. No, send it to me when you can, because now I'm really curious, and I can follow up tomorrow too. I wonder if you can throw some casters on an old arena seat for the live streams. What do you mean? And just like roll around in them, or just to protect my floor? You mean? All right, let's do 5 more minutes of Canucks related, hockey related questions, except for the case, and then we'll end off with 5 to 10 minutes of Ask Me Anything. Here's Claude Julien. The only thing Pete DeBoer has coached is how to absolutely obliterate his goalies in the media. Good Jake Ottinger reference for sure. I would just want one if I won the pair. That's true. You should use the chair as your streaming. That's what I was thinking, Sarah, is keeping one of them, and then I would use it as my stream, and then I would do every single stream from a Rogers Arena bucket seat. That would be amazing, actually. Actually, Coach Rob, that was you brought up a really good point. If I give away 1 or 2 Rogers Arena seats as a giveaway, what would you prefer to win? 1 seat? Both seats. This isn't binding, but I would love your quick. Don't even overthink it. What's your first response to that? Hey, Ricky, what's up? I can do a green screen like Russell and pretend he's in Rogers Arena. By the way, you guys know I have a pretty sick green screen, right? I think I've shown it to you, but I'll show it to you again on the stream. Give me a sec. And I want to show you how quickly I can get it, the green screen set up. So anytime I do one of my reaction videos, it's with one of these. There, that's how quickly I can set it up. And then I can move my camera. And then I can black everything out. So I actually have a true green screen as opposed to, I'm not saying Russell doesn't, as opposed to though just using like one of those TikTok filters or whatever. So yeah, that's how quickly I can get ready to do my reaction videos, and then obviously putting it away. Just like that, and then I stick it back behind my counter there. Yeah, so it's pretty cool. Get a green. Hey, easy there, Adrian. I golfed a full 18 today. Okay, I gotta go back in order. But yes, I was out of breath. So 3/4 you're saying 1 seat so far. Keep voting. Thoughts on Archie Baines? Great story. Not sure. I think he's got enough skill to play in the NHL. Does he have enough skill though to stand out enough to be an NHL regular? There's no doubt that he can play in the NHL. To me, there's a bit of doubt as to how much of a regular he can be, and that's not a knock on him. But there's so many players like him with a similar skill set, similar impact on the game. So that's why it's so tough, right, for fringe fourth liners to make teams for sure. All right, Soundwave, congratulations on that decision. I'm sure you made it with a lot of prayer and discernment. Canes win the Eastern Conference Final this season. I don't know. Are they good enough to get past Florida? I don't know. Harry, hey Clay, how are you? Do you think the Canucks are done making trades, or can we see a few more trades to relative cap space and hopefully get a top 2 centerman? Yeah, I don't think they're done. I just don't know how major it's going to be, but I don't think they're done. Me and my friend are doing the Utah Mammoth versus Sharks preseason game, and we're also doing the regular season game. What do you mean doing? Like streaming it or post game? Hot take: outside the Olympics, the Rogers Arena seats have zero history. Man, we sat on those things for Survivor Series, though. I'm just kidding. Yes. Olympics. What else has been historic in Rogers Arena? Yeah, there hasn't been a lot of winning in it, right? That is a good take, actually. How old are the seats? I would put it up for auction if there's a story. The seats are ever since the arena, so 30 years. I think the arena opened in 94, 95, something like that. Yes, everything I do is fast. That didn't sound right. What teams could you see making the finals in June based on off-season additions or re-signings? I still think we haven't seen the best of the Dallas Stars. I know for this past season, I said Dallas and the Rangers, and boy, was I off. Rangers didn't make the playoffs. I do like Dallas's team. Is it too easy to say Florida again? Carolina, Rangers, New Jersey, Tampa, Toronto, Boston. Gosh. Does Florida make it again? Do I say Dallas versus Florida? Ugh. I don't know. Get a green man suit. Are you out of breath? It's now Boston Celtics stream. Very good. Cool screen. Thank you. Ty Mueller. I like him. I know he's ranked quite high on a lot of prospect rankings and everything like that. I haven't seen enough of him, but I think he has potential. Maybe a couple years away still, but he has potential. Hey, Simon, I did a whole stream about the schedule, so I don't want to go into it again today. But, StreamYard's being slow. I'm waiting for it to pop up Simon's message. There we go. I did a whole stream about the schedule, but overall, I think it's a good schedule for the Canucks with those 2 big homestands. Give both away to different people. Yeah, but I want to keep one. Yeah. Sent you instructions on reassembling the seats. Need to be secured on a stable surface like a concrete wall. What? No way. I'm just gonna move this filing cabinet over and just lean it back and see what happens. Will you be attending preseason games? Probably not. Mostly regular season games. Yeah, half of the regular season games for sure. Pre-game, post-game, awesome. Canucks are a few moves away from being done. That's fair. I am going to stream on Sunday. I mentioned that earlier, Carol. I'll do my group Zoom call at 8:30 and then my regular stream at 11. Daniel scored a between the legs goal. Hello, Helen. Yes, the seats are old. Arena's old. Who's Mr. Krabs? I don't even know who Mr. Krabs is. Irvin wants to hear your favorite Rogers Arena memories. Yeah, you can do that now, or I might save that actually for an actual topic one day. But you're welcome to do so right now. I think Utah will make the playoffs this year. LA's got to make the final because they have Corey Perry. Oilers make the Western Conference final? I don't think so. Sprong goal. Do you think Bovenlander or Coots could end up being ready for main roster this upcoming season? No, I don't think so. Survivor Series? Yeah, I'm not much of a puppet guy, Simon. 1,000th game before having a practice facility for the NHL team plays. When you put it that way, that's sad. Sportsnet Plus bumping up the prices. Yes, that's not a good look for them. And I heard a good discussion on Sportsnet 650, or was it Sick Harrison Price? Just how good Amazon looks right now, but Sportsnet probably doesn't have the technology to be as clear at the picture as Amazon. Dog Day Summer random highlights from 2008-2009. Crazy. Who would have won 2022 in the finals between Rangers and Colorado? The Rangers beat Lightning at home many games. Still think Colorado wins. I think Colorado wins. Oh, from See, I don't watch SpongeBob, so I don't know. if the Canucks were to make any trades, who would realistically be moved? I think it could be Alekar Mackey. It could be a future draft pick. It could be Höglander or Bluger. Tyler thinks Verlander might make the team this year. My favorite memory is when Henrik Sedin scored his 1,000th. I was there. It was on the Wongo, right? Oh, 1,000th point, not 1,000th goal. Yeah. I think that Coach Rob has food in his fridge that are the same age as the seats. That was pretty funny, Shannon. That was really good, actually. Salo rip it in the hardest shot competition against Edler. I like that one. Anyone remember Don Taylor at 10? Yeah, Adrian. I'm trying to be the Don Taylor of 11. Don Taylor at 10, Clay Emo at 11. Sportsnet increasing prices, and you still can't use it when you go abroad unless you have a VPN. I go Mammoth over the Flames, Roland. Grizzlies games, yes. Saw MJ as well. Saw Derek Martin taunt MJ and MJ go off on us. Crazy. You met Joe Sakic game. That's pretty awesome. Boys to Men, Destiny's Child. Nice. Drake. Wow. The Olympics. Yes. Your first NHL game. Yes. Awesome. Okay, guys. We got to 11:50. Without fail, I don't want to say ruthless anymore, but I'm going to be pretty strict. Maybe that's pretty strict. No more Canucks or hockey-related questions. Only ask me anything for the last 5 minutes. It can be anything, but it can't be about Canucks or hockey. Harry, when's your birthday again? Remind me. When's your birthday? July 31st. July 31st is a members stream, Harry. That's a member stream. Dream stream guest. I would love to have any Canucks player on, but their team's pretty strict about that kind of thing. Nice to see you, Carol. Take care of yourself. Talk to you soon. They're having an NBA preseason. Have you been to one? Yep, I've been to NBA preseason. I've been to NBA regular season. They're fun. They're a lot of fun. Thoughts on Hogan's legacy, a wrestling trailblazer but troubled mindset. Yeah, Erwin, I mentioned that a little bit earlier when I acknowledged Hulk Hogan's death. He helped the wrestling boom in the 1980s for sure. And yeah, was outed as a racist among other things as well. So I don't think you can deny what he did for wrestling, but I'm not sure if he was the best character. Does it tarnish his legacy? I think a little bit. Clay knows when my birthday is. Yeah, it's the same as, I think, something of mine. What's remaining on your summer bucket list? Well, of stuff that's planned, Isaac, not stuff that, I want to do but can't. Two big things. One is a golf trip with my boys to Kamloops, and the other one is going back to Vegas for Bruno Mars concert. Yes, I've talked about Hogan a few times, Tyler, on the stream tonight. The group Zoom call is for Legend and Hall of Fame members, SGA. So if you're one of those, then you will be invited. I'm getting old, guys, turning 28. Do I remember my first Hulk Hogan memory? Yeah, it was before WrestleMania. I remember seeing him in Rocky 3. So I probably knew him through Rocky 3 more before I knew him through wrestling, actually. Actually, what year did Rocky... That's a good question. What year did Rocky 3 come out? Because I watched wrestling when I was younger. Rocky 3. It came out in 1982. Yeah, that's about when I started watching wrestling. So that sounds about right. Favorite Hogan moment. I thought his match against Andre at WrestleMania 3 was good. I thought his match against The Rock at WrestleMania, whatever that was good. The stuff, the mega powers with him and Macho Man were pretty funny too. So there are a few. Are the Caps actually moving? MLS commissioner didn't sound too happy with the stadium situation last year and moving forward with the World Cup. Oh, I don't know. I don't know anything about that for sure. Hogan versus Slaughter. I know they moved it from the big outdoor stadium to the Coliseum, to the arena. How much were the tickets for the NBA preseason? I can't remember that, Sarah. I don't want to give a number just in case I'm completely way off. I don't want to lead you astray. Was I ever a Late Show Letterman or Colbert fan? They announced last week it will be canceled by May. Kind of crazy. No, I would. I like Letterman's top 10 list. I think Colbert's Catholic, so that's kind of interesting to me. I would love the musical and funny bits that Kimmel and Fallon and Corden, no, not so much Kimmel, but definitely Fallon and Corden would do, but wasn't a big Late Show TV guy. No, I didn't see this, Edmund. I'll go look it up for sure. I really hope that Clay and Gail and hopefully Andrew can come to Victoria. Yeah, it was in Victoria last in January, but that was a quick 2-hour visit. Would you want to do some wrestling content? Probably not. I like watching it as a hobby, but I don't want to get into it as a content creator. Yeah, because of Hogan's tarnished legacy in some eyes, they are celebrating his death, which I don't think is very classy, for sure. Yeah, one more trip next month. What's the Midas touch? You're going to love Bruno in Vegas. No phones allowed. Yes, everyone just partying. And what's interesting, Adrian, is we have the first row in the balcony, so we don't necessarily have to get up and dance if we don't want to. Maybe Sean and Cheska and Jake, maybe they might. I'd be fine just doing the old man bobbing in my seat. Doesn't this look natural? Or maybe I look like there's something wrong with me or I have to go to the washroom. Yeah, that's what I do at concerts. Top 5 golf courses. Oh, I don't know enough. Westwood Plateau is nice. Anything in Whistler's nice. The one where they have the Canucks, the Milford at is nice. I can't remember the name of it. Northview. There's some nice courses for sure, but I don't play a lot of them because they're too expensive for me. Cochina's nice. Richmond Country Club. But again, I don't know a lot about the golf courses. Parker knows a lot more about golf courses than me. Rocky 3 predates. Yeah, Rocky 3 is 1982. He almost got fired. I did not know that story. I started wrestling. Is that what I said? Started watching wrestling. Came to Victoria for golf. Yes, that was 2 years ago, but I was driving the scooter. Have I? No, the only great question, Harry. The only one where I was going to see Hogan live, he got injured. I think he got a black eye working out. A plate fell on his head, so Macho Man had to replace him, and Macho Man was just turning face. WNBA should have sent one of the Angel Reese or Caitlin Clark for the game here at Rogers. Oh, when's that one? Or did they have it already? How many rounds will you survive in Squid Game? 1. How do I change my membership? Well, SGA, I wouldn't do it just for the Zoom call, but you're welcome to do whatever you want. You go to, I think you can upgrade right here, right now by pressing the $sign, or you go to my channel and just follow through. I think you press the join button. You can upgrade your own membership. I probably won't go to the Raptors Nuggets game. Yeah, as Tyler said, you got to upgrade for sure. Yeah, I don't have any more courses, Shannon. I'm done studying forever. If you're asking me. Bruno Mars, my dream. Come with us, Jessica. Vegas, Clay. Yeah, I don't know if it's good or bad, Gerald. When I go in August, I've gone 5 times in the past 18 months. And I hadn't paid for any of the 5 trips, which is pretty cool. First row balcony, don't get caught on kiss cam. That's true. I'll make sure I'm sitting with Gail. I love Bruno. Yes, my first time seeing Bruno. He's the one concert that I haven't seen that I want to, for sure. Hope Clay hugs Gail and doesn't duck. Trying to get me in trouble? Oh, pro demo group. Okay, thank you. Gotcha. If SGA upgrades, we will only need a new franchise member for high five. That is true. That is true. But I'm quitting the last 2 minutes. Next 2 minutes. When you go to Vegas, have you bought anything from the team store? No, I do not buy Vegas Golden Knights gear. That's for sure. Colbert cussed at the Orange Man. Oh, I missed that. No. Even your flights are free. No. I don't get free flights to Vegas. But my stays in Vegas are free. I was singing so loud during the weekend that you could hear me in the guy's phone behind me. Huh? You can hear me in the guy's phone behind me when he was playing it. It was so... Oh, so he recorded video and then he said, hey, stop singing. You're wrecking my video. No, I'm just kidding. Clay will never, ever do courses again. August 15th, Seattle versus Atlanta. Gotcha. I'm not an Ozzy Osbourne fan. Surprise, surprise. He'll be an instant fave, Clay. One of the few who sounds better live. Yes, I cannot wait. Also, thank you, Brian Blingy Choi, for gifting the membership. Let's give some love to Brian Blingy Choi. Gifts a franchise membership, and it goes to Candice Ovington. So welcome, Candice, to franchise membership. And thank you, Brian, for gifting that membership. And I have a slushy machine so I can drink it in, man. You guys are great. You guys are great. Which seats do you usually sit on the plane? If anyone follows me on my Instagram and sometimes my X account, you guys will know this answer. You guys, impress Harry. What seats do I usually sit in on the plane? Sure, I'll fit you in my suitcase. Which flight do you usually take? WestJet. Bruno in 2010. Nice. We need NBA back in Vancouver or even WNBA. Yes. Some of them are asking and some of them are exclaiming. I always get the exit row. I used to get them for free all the time. I had a hack and I sweet talk my way. Sometimes I can get them for free still if they're unoccupied. And other times I will simply pay for them. You're right. Emergency exit row seats for sure. Because I am so tall and I need them. What's 11A? Is that a joke of some sort? That's true. They need my strength. They need the strength of the champignon. Okay, guys. You know when it's devolving into wrestling talk, that's probably a good time to end the stream. So thank you. I will put up my green screen for this outro. Just for the heck of it. So moderators, thank you for keeping this a safe. No, that looks stupid. Moderators, thank you for keeping this a safe and respectful place. Oh, I didn't know this. Thank you. And does it sound like I'm having a little bit of the bubbly right now? Okay, that's good. 11A. Sole survivor of a crash. I got to look this up. Yeah, don't be green with envy, Skyshine Alfred. Thank you. Moderators, thank you for keeping this a safe and respectful place. Members, that's legendary Lucas Gates, legendary Line Change, legendary Carol Bovenlander, legendary Brian Blingy, legendary Andrew Chang, and Hall of Fame and franchise members. Thanks for your support as always. And thanks to all of you for watching, liking, and subscribing. On your way out, like the video, subscribe. You can leave a late donation. Thanks to my sponsors, Van City Experts Real Estate, Coach Patrick Liu, Weight Loss Coach Gassy Jack Art. And thanks to all you who went above and beyond. Before the stream started, we had Swervin Irvin with a donation and a monthly, and a membership gift. Then Lucas came in with a donation. Tyler came in with a donation. Justin Credible, a monthly membership message. Skytrain Alpha with a donation. Doodle Hockey with a donation. And Brian Blingy gifts a membership. So we had some membership gifting. We had some donations. And we had some monthly membership messages tonight. Thank you. My next gatherings are Sunday at 8:30. Zoom call for Legend and Hall of Fame members. I will email you the link earlier that day and post it on my community tab. And then a stream at 11 o'clock for everyone, my regular Sunday night live stream. Swervin Irvin with a late $10 donation. So thank you, Swervin Irvin, with that $10 donation. And with that, I think, yes, he overtakes Skytrain Alfred in the last minute clutch buzzer beater. And unless Alfred gets it back, but Alfred, you don't have to. Right now, Swervin Irvin has won the fictional leaderboard, 1,275 points. Alfred has 1,225, and Fangirl has 800 in third place. So thank you to everyone who also, if you use that as motivation, bragging rights, or you even forgot about it and you don't care, that is fine too. So thank you everyone for your generosity for sure. All right. Once again, don't forget my next gathering, Sunday, 8:30 for Legends Hall of Fame Zoom. And then for everyone at 11 o'clock. My friends, you're awesome. I'm awesome. We are all awesome. Stay safe. Stay healthy. Take care of yourselves and take care of each other. By the way, I'm not sure if I told you that when Gil and I first started, I know Gil's name came up with the kiss cam, but when Gil and I first started dating, I guess the one issue we had was Gil thought that sometimes I would invade her privacy. Yes, sometimes Gil thought that I would be invading her privacy. Oh, I'm going to hold off on the punchline because I see this.
Hi.
Da 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 da. I think that's what I'm supposed to do. So that is Skytrain Alfred with the $2 donation. Thank you very much. Let's give Skytrain Alfred some love. But my friends, we ain't done. Uses his monthly membership message, being a member since I started 53 months ago. It says, can we go to 12:30 a.m.? Well, I'm not going to do any new content, so I only go to 12:30 if people keep giving stuff, but don't give me stuff just to do that. So you do whatever you want. I'm not here to judge. Coach Rob, thank you for using your monthly membership message. Let's give Coach Rob some love in the chat. Let's give Skytrain Alfred some love in the chat. And let's give Shannon Hollingworth some love in the chat. Not feeling well, but still doing her best to be generous. Give some love to Shannon in the chat for her $2 donation. So with Swervin Irvin, Skytrain Alfred, Coach Rob, and Shannon all donating, now the leaderboard has Alfred on top with 1325, and then Swervin Irvin with 1275. So Alfred has the 50-point lead right now as I start to do my outro. So thank you, everyone. Okay, Swervin Irvin says, not on my watch, buddy boy. So Swervin Irvin gives the $2 donation. Let's give some love to Swervin Irvin in the chat. And with that donation, he is now 50 points up on Skytrain Alfred to lead this fictional leaderboard. So the new leader is Swervin Irvin. Thank you to everyone. And Alfred, I guess you get 100 points. So it's, he had him down for the count. 1, 2, shoulder gets up, 2. It was only a 2 count for sure. And I'm not gonna extend this like artificially just to get more donations. It's very generous of you. You certainly don't have to, especially to win some little trivial leaderboard. But if that's what you want to do, then I am not gonna stop you. But until then, I will wrap up and finish off what I was saying. So I've already said my stay safe, stay healthy, take care of yourselves. God bless, and go Canucks go. So here's the joke. You ready? I think I told you that Gail and I, our early issues had to do with trust. And she basically thought that I was invading her privacy, which is kind of sad. But the reason why she thought I was invading her. Oh, hold on. Hold on, you guys. I'll get through this joke eventually. But Tyler comes in with a late donation. as whose game is it? With everybody saying Canuck Clay. Thank you. That's an LA Knight reference. I think 3 of you got that. The rest of you are saying, what is wrong with this guy? So thank you, Tyler, for the $3 donation. Let's give Tyler some love in the chat. Not sure how far it shoots him up. Oh, he's making a late charge. I think it's a little too late, but now he just passed Lucas Gates. So Tyler is in 4th and Lucas is in 5th. So the top 5 is Irvin, Elfrin, Fangirl, Tyler, and then Lucas. Thank you, Tyler, for that late donation. And I always appreciate the way you creatively put some wrestling references in there. Okay, so for real, I'm going to try and get through this joke, and then I will wrap up unless anything else comes in. So how did Gail know that? No, sorry. How did I know? How did I screw this up? So let's start again. I'm not stalling. I've tried to tell this joke 4 times, and now I know how to do it. I told you that Gail and I had trust issues, but how did I know that Gail thought I was invading her privacy? How did I know? Well, she wrote about it in her diary. God bless, and go Canucks go. Booyah.